Hi, my name is Pat McCarthy. I'm from Waterford originally, but have been living here in Dublin for the last 50 years. But I still have two obsessions: supporting Waterford hurlers and Waterford history. And I've done a number of books on Waterford history. And I was asked to have a look at this book, Dauntless Courage. Now, I live quite near the author, David Carroll, and David asked me as he was progressing to look at a few pieces of it. And I found it to be absolutely a wonderful book. This is local history at its absolute finest. Now, local history can be quite difficult to write. It's always best written by somebody who grew up in the community, who knows the community, who knows the institutions that shape the community, who knows the geography that so influences a community. And in this book, David has captured the soul, the spirit of the community of Dunmore East, of the lifeboat that's central to Dunmore East, of the harbour that has helped to form, to shape the village and the people in it. It is an absolutely wonderful book. Central to the book, to Dunmore, of course, is the lifeboat. And I often think that people, the crew members of the Royal National Lifeboat Institution, those lifeboat members who put to sea in appalling conditions, who risk their lives, not just for their family, not just for their friends or their neighbours, but who go out in response to a call to rescue complete strangers. That's a marvellous, marvellous thing. And that infuses the community of Dunmore East, and it infuses this book. And above all, David has captured that spirit of the community with his wonderful descriptions of the rescues that they took part in, of the lives they saved, and of their own lives that they risked. And he talks about the characters that were there, in particular, the Stephen Whittle, that most decorated coxswain of the lifeboat. I grew up in Waterford City, and my grandfather, old Larry McCarthy, ran the ferry back and forth. Now it takes, you'd have to be very old to remember the ferry. So I had some feeling for the river and the harbour. But David encapsulates that, all of that perfectly. And this is a book that pays a tremendous tribute. It is a monument in itself to the community and the crews of the lifeboat. It's backed up, the text, which is 2 years of research, is backed up by the most marvellous collection of images of Dunmore, of the lifeboats, of the harbour. And in itself, that collection of images is worth far more than the purchase price. And I can sum up by saying lifeboat communities around the coast are special, and each one of them deserves a book like this. And David has set the standard for all of them to follow. And I can heartily commend and recommend. It's certainly the number one Christmas present from me to myself is a copy of that book. Thank you.